Hello my viewers, welcome back to my channel. I'm so grateful for those who subscribed already, and probably also know that those who could have shared, and I like some people also made some comments, and I'm so grateful. So today in my new videos I would like to welcome you to tune in, and let's understand what I'm going to be taking you through, which is going to be Microsoft Excel. So I'm just going to simply define what it is, and I would like to say Microsoft Excel is a spreadsheet application which is part of the Microsoft Office suite, and it's really used in different various ways, but among them, Microsoft Excel is used to format and analyze. It's used to format and organize our data. It's also used to analyze data, and also in other, I mean, in other ways. It's also used in financial modeling. It's used in reporting. It's used in data entry and also automation. So there's some of the key terms which we normally use in Microsoft Excel. I wouldn't say we don't know them, but I know that people who are new in using some of these applications, and today I just want to simplify some of those terms to you as we have an understanding to them. So let's go right away to understanding what we have in Microsoft Excel. Microsoft Excel has things. For example, we have here, if you look at this, this is a presentation of my Microsoft Excel workbook, and I'll start with defining what a workbook is. Workbook is just a file that contains one or more worksheets, and this worksheets is simply these pages as you're seeing. So it comes in worksheets. If you are using Word, you'll be seeing things like pages. So you know that a collection of pages, one or more pages, gives you a file. So here in Excel, a workbook is a file which has a collection of, it can have from one to more worksheet. So this, as you see, is our workbook, and if you look at the topmost part where my cursor is, written book 1 Excel, this is where the workbook name is written. So if you just opening your workbook and you probably first going through doing your work in your Excel, this becomes the heading for your to become the name, the file name. This is the file name for your workbook. But when in a case where you're going to save your work, the file name might change, and therefore you might have a different file name which is going to specify whatever kind of work you've done in your workbook, in that workbook. So workbook contains all these features where you're going to have the file, home, insert, page layout, you have the formulas, the date, the review, and so on and so forth. You have the formula bars and so on. So we're going to understand some of these things one by one, some of these terminologies. So if we have understood what a workbook, like I've said, it's a file that contains one or more spreadsheets. We shall come right away to understanding what. Let me first place this here. We shall come right away to understanding what our worksheet is. As you can see here, I have tried to list some of those terminologies which I'm going to explain. So you'll see that we have worksheets. So what is a worksheet? A worksheet is simply this page, the page where we 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 we're going to format the page where we're going to organize our work and format or analyze our work. And worksheets come in different numbers. You can see here, you can have here sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, sheet 4. And also if you wanted to add more sheets, you can come and tap at this plus sign, and then you can see sheet 4 has been added, plus sign, and you have another worksheet, sheet 5, sheet 6. So it here is where you add. But if you wanted to and in the case where you want to delete some of these sheets, you can come, like for example, I've clicked at sheet 5 and then I'm going to right click, I right click and delete sheet 5. So you can see that sheet 5 is no longer appearing here. You can also delete, remove away this sheet 6 if I don't need it. You can minimize it and delete away this sheet 6. Okay, I have deleted sheet 6, so you can see that I'm left with only 1, 2, 3, and 4. So a worksheet is a single sheet within a workbook. Okay, and it consists of rows and columns. So that area in your workbook where you have a page consisting of rows and columns is what we call a worksheet. So what is a cell? But before we come to knowing what a cell is, let's first understand what rows and columns are. So you'll get to know that rows is this area. Let me try to click and see for you. You see these highlighted boxes. So this is what I call rows. Rows are marked in terms of numbers. These numbers that are lining 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 continuously till the end is what we call rows. The rows are marked by numbers. How about columns? Columns are actually marked in letters. So if you see I'm dragging this where the highlighted box, this is where columns are. So columns are marked in letters A, B, C, D, E, F, G up to probably Z or even more. So these are columns. These are columns. And then when you come to knowing what a cell is, we shall see that a cell is an intersection of a row and a column. So where you find an intersection of a row and a column, which is basically a rectangular box, is what we call our cell. So like my highlighted box, this is a cell, and the cell can be named in terms of the numbers and then the letters. So if my highlighted box is at B, you'll see that the corresponding number is 2. My cell is B2. So when you come to the box, the name box, where we're seeing my cursor, it will show you that this is cell B2. If you clicked on another, for example, let me click on F, you'll see that my name box is actually even indicating to you what cell I'm at, which is cell F2. That is cell F2. So you can see that cells are named in terms of rows and their columns. So what next are we going to look at? Let me take you to another terminology, which is the range. So our range, if I look at this sheet 3, our range is actually, our range is a group of selected cells. Okay, it's a group of selected cells used for specific formatting. Probably if I want to do some formatting in some specific area on my worksheet, I'm going to highlight. I'm going to click and choose a given cell. Now you can see I've highlighted here. This is a range. That is what we call a range. And then let's go back to what a formula is. Let's look at what a formula is. A formula is actually this, it's an expression that calculates a value starting with an equal sign. So if I wanted to calculate a value with an, like for example, I want to calculate my average here, I'm going to insert equal sign, and I will, for example, if I came to auto sum and I want to have the average, you can see if I wanted to have the average like that, that would be my average mark, you get. So a cell is mean function is an expression that we use, like those are expressions that calculate values. So functions can be, you can come and insert function here depending on what you want to put. Like insert your functions, or you can come here and auto sign, and formulas is what we're talking about. You can come here to the formulas, and then you can choose, you want to do sum, you want to sum up your values, average, get the average of your values, multiply. So normally when inserting a formula, you start with an equal sign, okay, and then you can insert which kind of formula you want to use, and you apply them. And what are functions? And the functions are actually predefined formulas in Excel that normally they perform calculations using specific values. Now, when you're inserting formulas, you can come to the formula bar. You're going to get here. This is, by the way, our formula bar. It shows you what kind of calculations you're making. Like this is equals to sign, sum of H2, cell H2. This is our formula bar. This is where it shows you what kind of calculations, what kind of functions you are inputting here, where you're seeing my cursor. Okay, so these terminologies are easy to understand. I urge you guys to really try to get well conversant with these terminologies, because we are going to be using them while applying, while making our work, while we are organizing our work on Excel, or probably editing it. This is very good. And then also, if we talk of the sum term, there is we have the sheet table. This is what we call our sheet table. In Excel, sheet table is normally below there. You can see this sheet table contains the sheet numbers and so on, the different sheets that we have opened. You can have sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. This is what we call sheet table. So sheet tables, it allows you normally to navigate between different worksheets when you are using Excel. What other areas have I not tackled? If for example you wanted to add or delete cells, this is where you're going to come. You come to the home menu there, and then you navigate through. There is cells. You can delete cells from here, or you can insert a cell from here, or even format a cell from here. The rest of other functions you can go through and see. You can see here merging and center. So you can actually merge this cell and this cell, and merge it to become one, and then so on and so forth. So I want to thank you all for listening and tuning to this session, and I know that we have knowledge has been passed, and we can now apply some of these terminologies and be able to navigate through our Microsoft Excel when we want to organize our data, we want to format, or we want to analyze our data in our various fields. Once again, I want to thank you all for tuning in to this session, and also thank my dearest viewers. Please don't forget to hit the notification button, to subscribe, and also to like. Please don't forget to share some of this knowledge with your loved ones. I thank you all and welcome you to my next session. Good day.